What's up everyone, it's Graham with Grow Wealth Daily. Did that tax refund just hit your account before you even about blowing it on a weekend trip or the latest tech gadget? Hold on. Today we're talking about 3 smart ways to use that refund to actually grow your wealth, even if it's not a huge amount. Because let me tell you, you don't need thousands of dollars to make smart money moves. So many people get that refund and it's like an instant spending spree. But trust me, you'll thank yourself later for being strategic with this money. Just a little bit of planning can make a big difference down the road. We're gonna break down each strategy step by step, so you can make the most of every dollar. Stick around to the end because I've got some awesome free resources for you, linked in the description below. Alright, let's dive in. Grow Wealth Daily. First things first, if you're carrying any high-interest debt like credit card balances, that's priority number 1. Think of it like this. That debt is literally costing you money every single day in interest charges. It's like throwing money away. I'm talking about those credit cards with interest rates of 19%, 20%, even 25% or higher. Let's say you've got a $5,000 balance on a card with a 20% interest rate. If you're only making minimum payments, you're looking at years to pay it off and thousands of dollars in interest. It's insane. Instead of letting that debt snowball out of control, use that tax refund to make a serious dent in it. Even paying down a chunk of it will save you a significant amount in interest over time. And that, my friends, is like putting money back in your pocket. Now, when it comes to tackling debt, there are 2 main strategies, the snowball method and the avalanche method. The snowball method is all about building momentum. You focus on paying off your smallest debt first, regardless of the interest rate, to get a quick win under your belt. This psychological boost can be super motivating to keep going and tackle the bigger debts. Then you move on to the next smallest and so on, like a snowball rolling downhill, gaining size and speed. The avalanche method, on the other hand, is all about minimizing the amount of interest you pay overall. With this method, you prioritize the debt with the highest interest rate first, regardless of the balance. It's the most mathematically efficient way to get out of debt. Which method is right for you? It depends on your personality and financial situation. If you need a quick win to stay motivated, the snowball method might be a good fit. If you're all about maximizing your savings, the avalanche method is the way to go. Remember, even if you can't pay off your entire debt with your tax refund, every little bit helps. Even an extra $100 or $200 towards your debt can make a difference in the long run. Trust me, you got this. Alright, so maybe you've got the debt situation handled. Awesome. Now let's talk about building a solid financial foundation with an emergency fund. This is like your financial safety net, protecting you from unexpected expenses that life throws your way. We're talking about things like a sudden car repair, a medical bill, or even losing your job. These things happen, and it's crucial to be prepared. Having an emergency fund means you won't have to go into debt or stress about how you're going to cover those unexpected costs. Now you might be thinking, Alex, I can barely afford rent. How am I supposed to save for an emergency fund? Listen, I get it. But the key here is to start small. Even if you can only put aside $50 or $100 from your tax refund, it's a step in the right direction. Think of it like this. If you're consistently putting aside even a small amount each month, that emergency fund will grow over time. Ideally, you want to aim for 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses in your emergency fund. But don't let that number intimidate you. Start with a smaller goal, like $1,000, and build from there. Now, where should you keep your emergency fund? You want to make sure it's easily accessible, so a high-interest savings account is a great option. Personally, I recommend checking out EQ Bank or Neo Financial. They offer some of the best interest rates on the market right now, which means your money will actually grow while it's sitting there. Plus, they both have some sweet referral bonuses going on right now, so you can earn a little extra cash just for signing up using my link in the description below. Building an emergency fund might not be the most exciting thing in the world, but trust me, it's one of the smartest financial moves you can make. You'll sleep better knowing you've got a safety net, and that peace of mind is priceless. Okay, so we've covered paying off high-interest debt and building an emergency fund. Now, let's talk about putting that tax refund to work for you by investing it. I know, investing can seem intimidating, especially if you're new to it. But trust me, it's not as complicated as you might think. The key is to start small and keep it simple. You don't need to be a Wall Street whiz to start investing. In fact, you can start investing with just a few dollars. Here in Canada, We have some great options for beginners like TFSAs and RRSPs. These are registered accounts that offer fantastic tax advantages, which means you get to keep more of your investment gains. A TFSA, or tax-free savings account, is a great option for saving for short-term goals, like a down payment on a house or a new car. Any money you earn within a TFSA is tax-free, which is amazing. An RRSP, or Registered Retirement Savings Plan, is designed specifically for retirement savings. Contributions to an RRSP are tax-deductible, which means you can lower your taxable income and potentially get a bigger tax refund. Now, when it comes to actually investing your money, one of the easiest and most effective ways is to invest in ETFs or exchange-traded funds. ETFs are like baskets of stocks or bonds that track a particular index, like the S&P 500 or the TSX 60. They're a great way to diversify your portfolio without having to pick individual stocks. Another option for beginners is to use a robo-advisor. Robo-advisors are automated investment platforms that build and manage a personalized investment portfolio for you based on your risk tolerance and financial goals. They typically charge lower fees than traditional financial advisors, making them a more affordable option. Now you might be thinking, Graham, why should I even bother investing if I don't have a lot of money? Here's the thing. The earlier you start investing, the more time your money has to grow. Thanks to the power of compound interest, even small amounts of money can grow exponentially over time. It's like a snowball effect. Let's say you invest $500 today and earn an average annual return of 7%. In 30 years, that $500 could grow to over $3,800. That's the magic of compound interest. Investing is especially important for young people, especially those looking to buy a house someday. By investing early and consistently, you can build a substantial down payment and potentially get into the housing market sooner. Plus, the longer you invest, the more time you have to ride out any market fluctuations and come out ahead in the long run. So don't underestimate the power of starting small and investing consistently. Your future self will thank you. There you have it, folks. 3 smart ways to use your tax refund to grow your wealth and build a solid financial foundation. Remember, it's not about how much money you have, it's about making smart choices with the money you do have. So, tell me in the comments down below, how are you planning on using your tax refund this year? Are you tackling debt, building an emergency fund, or maybe finally starting to invest? I've created some awesome free tools and templates to help you get started, so be sure to check out the description below. And if you're hungry for more tips on investing for beginners, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because I've got an epic video coming soon that you won't want to miss. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you found it helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Grow wealth daily.